Good morning. Welcome to what day is it? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, day 5 of 7. Day 5 of 7. Here on the start of the North Kawishiwi. Glorious morning. Didn't sleep all that well last night. First of all, for some reason, I was feeling hungry. How I could feel hungry after eating that 2.5 serving spaghetti, plus other things, I don't know. But I was feeling hungry. I decided to try, because it was supposed to be cooler last night, I decided to try not using my sheet and just using my sleeping bag as a sleeping bag. Then I started feeling hot. So, middle of the night, I slipped my sheet on top of my thermarest and started using my sleeping bag as a quilt. And that worked out okay for quite a while. Then I woke up cold. So eventually I had to convert my sleeping bag back into a sleeping bag again so I could sleep warm enough. Loon started waking me up about 4:15 this morning. Of course, every time I reached for my camera and went to turn it on, they would stop. It's not as easy as you'd think to capture the nature sounds out here. At least on this trip, the birds have been a lot more active anyway. Song sparrows and white-throated sparrows and what have you. It's one of the problems with coming later in the year like I like to do. By the end of August and definitely into September, birds aren't singing so much anymore. Loons aren't calling all that much. In fact, by September the loons are pretty much gone south. Well, today's going to be the toughest day of the trip, so let me show you on the map. Okay, we're starting out. Where are we starting out? There we are. Don't even know where I am. So, we're at this campsite here. Heading down this way, around in through here, and then we take this 210 rod portage, longest portage of the trip, and then head on down across this little stretch of river. Then we have a 10 rod portage, come down through here, and Then we have this, what is it, 160 rod portage into Clear Lake. And then I'm going to try to get a campsite on Clear Lake. I'd like to get this island if I possibly can. There's 4 other campsites to choose from. So hopefully I can get something on Clear Lake. So yeah, 210 rod portage, 140 plus a couple of 10s. Not, compared to yesterday, not a lot of paddling, but there is a lot of portaging. So that's it. You can see right along in here, when we're along in this stretch, we're just barely in the boundary waters. Today the weather's supposed to be mostly sunny with highs in the mid to upper 70s, even maybe lower 80s. Yeah. And west wind at up to 10 miles an hour. And of course I'm heading mostly westward. But actually, as long as the wind doesn't get too crazy, that's almost goodness, because it's a little bit of cooling to getting that warm. I don't think, but the humidity isn't supposed to be up because it's supposed to get down into the 50s again tonight. So at least the humidity's fairly low, relatively low. So it is what it is, and I gotta deal with it. Look at what I found. Right by the canoe landing. Oops, that one wasn't quite right. There's one hiding under here. There's one. Uh-oh, shoot. I think I dropped the best one. I did. That's what comes from trying to pick one-handed. There's gonna be a ton on here pretty soon. Lots and lots. Okay, I've arrived at the beginning of the 210 rod portage, also known as the Murphy portage. And it's kind of rocky here, but not too bad. You know, there's good sand fill in between the rocks, so decent footing, and yeah, not too bad. Just finishing up what on the map says is a 210 rod portage. By my reckoning, it's more like 240. For those new to my channel, I'm doing this portage leapfrog fashion. Which means my first load, I take it about 5 minutes into the portage. Now a person usually walks about 10 rods in a minute. So 5 minutes means I've gone about 50 rods. And I put that load down, and I go back for my second load. And I walk that about 5 minutes beyond the first load. And then I go back to the first, and then walk that for about 5 minutes beyond the other load, and so on. Now on this portage, I actually took the first load about 6 minutes, which should have been 60 rods. So took the second load about 5 minutes. And on and on. When I got towards the end, I took the first load through all the way to the end of the portage, figuring I'd have 50 rods left. But it took me 8 minutes to get there. So it was 80 rods instead of 50 rods past the previous load. So I did an extra 6 minutes at the front, extra 8 minutes or 80 rods at the end. Or I should say, I did an extra 10 rods at the beginning and an extra 30 at the end. Which is how I came up with it being a total of 240 rods. Definitely longer than 210. It's also kind of a challenging portage. There's a lot of wet spots, a lot of rocks, some boardwalk, very overgrown, some places worse than others. Some places it's hard to even tell you're on a trail. It's so overgrown. Like right in here. Very hard to see your footing. Oh, and some steep stretches too. Not a lot of ups and downs, but ones that there are kind of steep. And here we are at the end. Okay, this is different. Oops, I can't do that. I'm at the, well, I'm close to the start of the first 10 rod portage. There's a log jam here. I'm gonna have to deal with somehow. Let's see, the portage landing up here. Trying to get to it is gonna be fun. This log. Side needs help. I don't know if most people run this rapids or what the story is, but I'm definitely not going to try it. I think the portage landing is up here. I hope it is. Yeah, I think I can get back in right here. Yeah, maybe. Not sure what the deal is here. As you can tell, it's very badly flooded. What to do here? Oh boy. Well, I scouted things out, and I can't find a portage or portage, 10 rod or otherwise. Looks like it might be flooded out. I'm checking out the other shore now just in case, but I don't see anything here either. So I think I have no real choice but to run it. It looks like it is runnable. It's a little bit beyond anything I've done before. Just checking out this side, see if there's anything. I'm not sure what people do coming upstream. I guess if I'd gone my original plan, I would have found out. And maybe the answer would have been, I would have been stuck. You won't be able to go anywhere. Maybe, just maybe, there's a portage landing down here. The map shows it on the other side of a channel, but map isn't always right. Okay. Yeah, it looks like I found the portage landing. Good. I think I could have done it, but thinking I can and knowing I can are two different things. And I just soon not try to find out. Okay. Well, sorry you're not going to get the thrills of going down the rapids. Discretion is the better part of valor, especially when you're soloing. Portage seems to be longer than 10 rods. Landing. Portage landing is up here. It's a 15 rod portage, not 10 like another rapids that looks like it could be run, but actually not quite as bad as the previous one. Over this rock. This is the landing for the 160 rod portage into Clear Lake. Not too bad of a landing. The trail goes up that way. Sorry I wasn't able to show you the last portage, or the last portage landing, but battery died and there was another party waiting to come across the other way, so I couldn't exactly tie up the portage for very long. Landing there was, on both ends, was okay, no problem. So now I gotta get this 160 out of the way and hope I can find a campsite at the other end. With this wind and everything, well, first of all, with this wind, I haven't been filming coming across the lakes, because the wind has just been terrible. And because of the wind, I'm thinking that I'm just going to check out the 4 campsites at the north end of the lake. Take the first decent one I come to. Hopefully there's one. Forget about going down to the island, because that would mean fighting a crosswind all the way down and back, or down. And if it's not open, I'd have to come all the way back up anyway. So I'll only go down and check out the island campsite if the other 4 are taken. Oh, you could almost float your canoe across this. At least it's firm underneath so far. And there she is. Beautiful clear lake. We're on Clear Lake now. Already paddled past the first site. It was open, but it didn't look like a very good one. The second one down here is taken. I'll go down to the point here. Situation is with the other 2 sides. Of course, the problem is I'm going to have to paddle back into this wind if there's not an open one down here. campsite is taken. You know if these two sites are taken? Okay. Thank you. Okay, I think the open site is straight ahead of us. Really hard to tell from here, but it looks like it might be a nice one. Better than the one that I passed up. Oh, it looks like a nice one. Try to avoid the rocks at the landing. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear me over the wind noise here. We got the wind coming straight down the lake, right into us. That's the landing. Sam's already up checking out the kitchen area. There's the kitchen area. There's a tent area here. Looks like it's prone to having water pooling. But I might be able to make it work. Another pad here, but it's kind of bumpy and slopey. Oh, that one's not looking real good. Nice big site. Another decent tent pad here. That presumably is the path back to the latrine. Somebody lashed up a clothesline or something here and then left it. Not good. But I guess I'm going to get some more rope out of the deal. Too bad there's not a nice flat spot down there. Be nice to have a tent right by the lake, although with this wind. He told me the next campsite along from him was full, but I don't see anything. And that campsite should be on this point here or on that point there. I don't see anybody camped either place. That's okay, now that I'm here, I'm here. And this campsite will more than make do. Looky here. what I found. If I pointed the camera in the right direction. An old logging chain. This might have been an old logging camp at one time. Oh, okay. Well, we gotta get stuff up in the canoe. Get going with camp setup. Says he as he sits down on the log. Kind of wondering, as nice as this is, whether I should look for the other campsite, because it might be a little bit more sheltered from the wind. Although that's hopefully dying down. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I'm going to make do with this site. Well, Sam and I are in the tent, waiting out a rain shower. Hopefully it doesn't last very long. It's 5:30 in the afternoon. It just started. I put everything that mattered in the tent, including us, and I see about sitting it out. Haven't had supper yet. Been moving really slow since I got in. Had several hands full of trail mix, but nothing else, so hopefully this blows over soon and I'll be able to get out there and do some cooking. I was going to have sweet and sour pork tonight. See what happens. I've just been too tired since we got to camp to bother setting up cameras and such. But how many videos do I need of me setting up my tent anyway? I decided not to set up a tarp because of the condition the tarp is in. Maybe that was a mistake. Maybe I should have set up the tarp, then I could be cooking supper right now. Oh well. Might have to set up a tarp because now they're talking about 50% chance of rain tomorrow. So, yeah, it went from 20 a couple of days ago to, they were talking 40% this morning to now they're talking 50%. So, chances are increasing, which is not a good trend. So, anyway. Lay in here for a while, see what happens, see if the sun comes out again or not. Not much else to say. Oh, I should show you. That's right, I did bring in the map. So, if I get the right map the right way around. If you remember, that's the campsite I left this morning. Came down around here. Up in here. Compass is in the way. What's marked as a 210 rod portage, but it's probably a 240. The 10 rod portage that I had a hard time finding because it's marked on the wrong side of the river, for one thing. And the river is flooded. And then the 15 rod portage, that was pretty easy to find. But that's where my battery died, so you didn't get to see the whole thing there. How come that looks like 10 again? I don't know. Sometimes it looks like 15, sometimes it looks like 10. Yeah, it's showing up as 10 now. Okay, 10 rod portage. And then 160 rod portage into Clear Lake. This campsite was open but didn't look very good from the water. This campsite was taken. The island campsite was taken. The guy at this campsite said that this one was taken, so I didn't really look at it. I just spotted this one across the water and made a beeline for it. But I never noticed anybody in here, but I didn't really look closely at that campsite to see what it was like. It might have been more sheltered from the wind than this. I mean, this side the wind was coming straight in all afternoon, or ever since we got here. So after I got here, I sat in my chair for a while. Took my boots off and put my Crocs on to be a little bit more comfortable. Sat for quite a while snoozing. Finally put up the tent. Went back down. Put my batteries out to charge. My charger out to charge. Actually, I'm watching the mosquitoes. That's why I'm kind of looking at the ceiling. And I dug into my reserve bag of, well, not my reserve bag, but dug into my bag of trail mix. Drank some water. Ate some trail mix, drank some water. And then this big black cloud loomed overhead from the north. So I started putting things away that needed to be away. And then the rain hit. I don't know if it's done yet or not. If this is just a lull or if this is done. I'll sit here for a while and see if it restarts. But hopefully eventually here I can get back out and fix my sweet and sour pork. Yeah, about 6:25 and all's well. The shower has passed. Sun is out again. Sam's mooching around. I think I know I should do a cooked meal, but I'm just so tired. Don't understand why, because yeah, it was a hard day, but it wasn't that hard. I've done a lot worse in the past. But I am just so worn out and tired. I just don't feel like doing any cooking or cleaning up. So I'm going to have let's do the summer sausage and cheese wrap that I didn't do for lunch today. I basically just did trail mix for lunch. I knew it was going to take a long time to get here, and I knew that stopping for lunch was going to make it even longer. So I didn't stop. Like I said, I had some trail mix. Lots of trail mix. Some beef jerky, stuff like that. I had plenty of beef jerky left. I had plenty of trail mix left. So if I have a summer sausage and cheese roll up, some jerky, some trail mix, I won't starve to death. May not be the healthiest what am I trying to think of, diet in the world, but it should keep me going. I'll do the sweet and sour pork tomorrow night. Tomorrow's a layover day. I was thinking about doing a loop through Esquagama, but I think I'm going to be better off just exploring Clear Lake if the winds allow. Do some relaxing, and I've got a lot of Clear Lake I want to explore anyway. I've been through it a couple of times on day trips, like I said before, but I never really spent any time here. It's a beautiful little lake, lots of little islands. Unfortunately, lots of really little islands, little erratic boulders out in the middle of the lake that sometimes are just barely submerged and easy to hit. But anyway, it's just a very nice lake. I'll take a relaxing day tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow morning I can get some nice pictures. Actually hopefully tonight I can get some nice sunset pictures, because this site is facing generally west. Anyway, 7:30. Looks like another shower rolling in. So, waterproofed camp again. All except my tent. If it starts raining, I'll quit climbing in there and close that up. You can probably see my tent set up behind me. So we're just kind of sitting here to see whether we need to go in the tent or not. Mosquitoes are starting to get active again, so that's kind of an indicator that there's rain on the way. Wind is blowing up again, another indicator. And dark skies, another indicator. So it might miss us, but it probably won't. I can't remember where I left you off. We snoozed for a while in the tent and we got up because it didn't seem like it was raining, although it still looked threatening. And I started cleaning up camp, putting stuff away, all the rest of it. Then we got a sprinkle. And then a light shower. Nothing major. Then there were some fantastic clouds at sunset. Only the clouds were over on the east, lit up in the sunlight. It is now cleared up, and they said it was supposed to be clearing this evening and being clear overnight, so I'm taking the risk of opening up the rainfly and hoping it doesn't rain overnight. Not supposed to, but then we've heard that tune before too. See, I let a few mosquitoes in here that I gotta try to dispatch before too long, but What time is it? It's about 25 after 9 now. I noticed at our first campsite, the mosquitoes didn't start swarming until 9:30. So usually if I was in my tent by 9:30, I wasn't too bad off. Last night's campsite, however, they seemed to start at 9 o'clock. So I was caught unawares on that one. But this time, they haven't started swarming yet. It's almost 9:30. Like I said, we do have a few in here that I gotta try to get rid of before I get to bed. Sam gets awfully upset when I swap mosquitoes for some reason. He does not like me doing that. So anyway, I think that's it for today. So I'll say good night, and we'll see you tomorrow. So much for the clearing skies overnight.